After a 3-game road swing through Alabama and Georgia, the Christian Brothers Buccaneers back at home at Canale Arena tonight as they play host to Mississippi College here in a Gulf South contest. Hello, everyone. I'm David Luce Jr., joined again by former Christian Brothers player and coach Ed Murphy. And Ed, the Buccaneers come into this one. We talked about it during the women's game. We'll talk about it during the men's. You're into the home stretch of the regular season now in the Gulf South Conference race, and teams jockeying for position and hopefully a spot in that tournament. And every game becomes critical for Christian Brothers.
Yeah, Christian Brothers got to take care of business. They had a nice little win streak going, and they've lost 2 in a row. But both those games they had opportunities to win. They were right in those games, and they were right there, had opportunity. One was a 1-point loss, and so they just need to take care of business tonight. It's going to be tough. It seems like all the games that Christian Brothers play are just tight contests.
Well, the last time these two teams got together, Ed, it's a game Mississippi College won right before Christmas. On the road at Mississippi College, Christian Brothers fell 81-76. And, you know, you think back to that game, Galen Smith for Mississippi College goes for 32 points in that contest. He was 12 of 14 from the floor. And his running mate down there in the low post area, Zach Jones, goes for 16, 17 points. He has a big performance. And it was really the Smith and Jones show for Mississippi College that night.
Right. And like we were talking about before, Jones has had a hurt ankle.
He hurt his lower leg. We haven't heard whether it was an ankle or what it was, but he's been out for a while. Now he is warming up this evening. You can tell. Yeah, he's taped up and he's wearing some type of a brace around that lower leg. So we'll see what he's able to do tonight. But Christian Brothers coming in 8-13 overall. They're 5-10 in conference play. Mississippi College, they come in, and it's been a struggle for them this season. They're 4-15 overall, 2-11 in the Gulf South. Now, they've lost 11 of their last 12. Unfortunately, that one win was the win over Christian Brothers.
Yeah, so they might have a little bit of confidence because they have that one win, and the Bucks got to jump up early right now. Make sure that Mississippi College doesn't have that confidence.
Now,
and play their regular tough defensive game and try to make some shots.
Mississippi College really had success using a lot of high ball screens in that contest and rolling Galen Smith and Zach Jones to the basket. We talked about Galen Smith, 32 points, 12 of 14 from the floor. Zach Jones, 16 points, 7 of 8 from the floor. As a team, they shot 59%. Don't forget, though, Aiden Ruthas with a huge contest down there at Mississippi College.
Yeah, Aiden had 33 that night, and the Bucks shot pretty well that night, over 50%. So it was a good shooting from both teams that night. But let's see if the Bucks can pull it off and be on the winning side this time.
Well, we again talked about this during the women's contest and now in the men's. Both the Bucks and Lady Bucks on the outside looking in for a spot in the Gulf South tournament. Top 8 teams make the conference tournament. And right now, you look at at what they've got left. I don't know if you got to win out, but it's got to be really close.
Yeah, if you don't win out, you're going to need some help. But I think we're going to go to the national anthem right now.
Well, still waiting. Both teams look like they're preparing for the introduction of the starting lineups. And it looks like we may not be doing the national anthem here for the men's contest. That's right. After the time it took to play the women's game, both teams are probably just saying, let's go.
Let's just play.
Yeah. In the women's contest, over 70 free throws, or right at 70 free throws in that game. It was one of the longest games ever. Now, here's the starting lineup first for Mississippi College. And here's Miller Miles, 6'3", sophomore out of Meridian High School, transferred in from Ole Miss. Here's Antonio Cowart out of Ohio University. Judah Jordan is introduced, a sophomore, 6'3". He transferred in from Weber State. Boy, they are full of Division I transfers here. Now here's Winford Ross, the senior out of Holmes Community College. And, of course, Galen Smith, The guy that, 32. I mean, what more do you say about him? 12 of 14 from the floor. He was definitely a buck killer in that one. Now the starting lineup for Christian Brothers. Here's Jesse Payne. Payne out of Whitehaven here in Memphis. Missed several games earlier this year due to injury, but he's back now in the starting lineup. Here's Christian Jones. Not sure what that is as he's introduced, but if I tried to move like that, I'd hurt something. Here's Aiden Ruthsath back in the starting lineup. As we said, Ruthsath with 33. You think he's going to be a focal point defensively for Mississippi College in this one? Nick Deifel getting the start for the Bucks. And in the middle will be Daniel Luce. Well,
don't get hurt on the start.
So John
this
T.
whole
Riley.
COVID thing, the players don't know whether to fist bump the officials, the other team.
We've seen officials literally look at players and wave them off like, no, I'm not fist bumping, or we're not fist bumping.
We got a little student section for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
At the end of the gymnasium here.
These last 2 years, it's been so crazy as you said, from a COVID standpoint. You can have fans, you can't have fans, you can only have pass list fans. But here we go. Luce will jump center for Christian Brothers. It'll be Ross for Mississippi College. Here's the toss controlled by Christian Brothers. We're underway. Payne will bring it across the midcourt stripe and set the attack for the Bucks. Here's Deifel out front, over to Jones. They'll look in. Nothing there. 12 shot clock. Deifel out top, 8 shot clock. Wants to drive, cut off, in trouble. And 3 seconds on Christian Brothers. They're going to get Luce with 3 seconds in there.
Luce thought Deifel was going to shoot and was going for the rebound and got caught in the lane too long.
So Mississippi College with the ball for the first time. Here's a lob underneath. Galen has it stripped away. They lobbed. They had help side on the weak side that time, and Galen Smith loses it out of bounds. Good defense on the help side by the Bucks.
That was good play by Aiden. He got his hand in there and knocked it off of Mississippi College player.
Payne found to Deifel. Hands it to Christian Jones coming around out top. Wants to drive. Cut off. Well, good defense by Mississippi College here early. Here's Deifel for 3, partially blocked. Smith with the rebound for Mississippi College. Here come the Choctaws. Miller out top. Here's a steal by Deifel. Another turnover for Mississippi College. Deifel to Payne. He's fouled. He goes hard to the floor and will shoot 2. Nice break by the Governors that time, Ed. Or by the Bucks. First time tonight.
Deifel had a nice... Gave that pass. Nice timing on that pass.
They get the foul on Judah Jordan. His first, team first. So Payne will go to the line to shoot 2. Free throw up. He got it. Payne on the season, 75%. Hadn't been to the line a lot. Now 10 of 13 at the stripe on the year. Payne's second attempt. He got them both. Christian Brothers with the early 2-0 lead. Miller. Right side. Looks in down low. They're going to go to Ross down low. Guarded by Deifel. Ball stripped away on the floor. Loose out there, and they've got a jump ball.
That's quick jump ball.
Yeah. Possession arrow, Mississippi College. So, again, good defense. Mississippi College still looking for their first shot.
You don't reset the shot clock with no possession changes.
Yeah. Shot clock at 13 now. Lob down low. Galen Smith underneath. Got it. Shot fake, little reverse, and he scores. Payne. Christian Jones, step back, goes to Ruth South. Here's Deifel for three, left corner, good. First three in the game for Deifel and Christian Brothers, and it's 5-2 Bucks.
Jones did a good job there, dribbling and then a little step back. They had to come to him, and he got an open Deifel in the corner.
Here's a three at the other end. Count that one for Judah Jordan. We're tied at 5. Well, they're looking hard inside for Galen Smith. That time Jordan knocks down the three. Jones again looks to drive. Out top to Smith. Deifel's going to drive in there. Little runner with the right hand. No. Rebound tipped around. Coward will come away with it for the Choctaws. Here's a three. Jordan again. Give him another one. That's back-to-back threes for Judah Jordan. And it's 8-5 Mississippi College. Interestingly, this is not a really good three-point shooting team on the season. Deifel goes left corner. Christian Jones wants to drive. Backs his way in. Fall away jumper. No. Rebound Ross. As a team, Mississippi College only shooting 29.6% behind the arc on the season. Miller out front to Ross. Thought about the lob, didn't go. Coward for three. They've hit three in a row. 29.6% from behind the arc in the season. They've hit three in a row. It's 11-5 Choctaws. Payne on the right wing.
Mississippi College putting a lot of pressure on the Bucks.
Deifel, shot fake, pulls from about 17. Good, he's got 5. It's 11-7. Jordan crosses the timeline. Just under 16 minutes to play in the first half. Christian Brothers trails by 4. Miller, cut off. Howard, jumper, rims out. No, Deifel with the board.
There's good box out by both Deifel and Luce there.
Here's
Not
Payne.
giving up an offensive rebound.
Dumps down low to Luce. Luce wants to power in. Scores off the glass. Nice little pass by Jesse Payne. And Luce scores his first 2. It's 11-9.
Payne made a nice drive down, and Luce made a quick move right at the basket.
A little 4-0 run by the Bucks. Howard wants to go down low to Ross. Does. He wants to back in. Kicks back out. Galen Smith, top of the key. Not a threat from there. Millard wants a ball screen.
Luce hedges. They got a double team.
Here's a skip pass. Judah Jordan, he stepped out of bounds. Turnover. 15:01 to play in the first half. Media timeout on the floor. Christian Brothers trails 11-9. Should be a good one here in Canale Arena. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
Yeah, I just take that as an anomaly unless they just keep going.
15 minutes to play in the first half. Christian Brothers trails 11-9. And 11 points for Mississippi College. They've hit 3 straight threes. This is a 29% three-point shooting team.
Yeah, and Cowarth is an 11% three-point shooter. So, and the Bucks know that, so they're going to probably back off a little bit, take their chances.
Payne, shot fake, draws a lot of contact. He goes hard to the floor again. And this will not be a shooting foul. It was on the floor. They're going to get the foul on Coward, his first, team second. So the Bucks will inbound underneath. You hear some Bucks saying he was in the motion, but I think everybody knew that was a pass. Christian Jones wants to drive, stops.
That's another foul, and they didn't call it.
Yep. Off balance shot. Opong with the rebound, loses it going up, gets it back. Payne. And we've got a whistle and another 3-second violation this time on Opong Bramall.
Well, Payne made a fake and got kicked with a knee, and they didn't call a foul there.
Miller at the other end. Checking into the game for Mississippi College, this is Jacob Taylor. Boy, they won a...
Coach Riley wanted the 3 seconds, and he was in there for 4 at least. Never left when he went one side to the other.
Check it, Coward, pull-up jumper, good. Nice little pull-up jumper by Coward that time. 13-9, Mississippi College up 4. Just under 14 to play here in the first half. Here's Deifel way out on the left wing. They'll work it around. Bramall out front wants to hand it off, can't. Goes back left side again to Jones. 12 shot clock. And that's going to be a hand check out front. And they're going to get this on Coward. It'll be his second. So now decision time for Mississippi College and Randy Bolden. And if he wants to leave him in, he's got 2 personals. They'll go to Payne along the baseline. Yeah, they're going to pull Coward out. Payne skips it right side. Jones drives baseline. 12 on the shot clock. Takes it to the rim and scores off the glass. 13-11.
Drive there. Had the defender on his back, and he kept his body square to the backboard so that the defender didn't have a chance.
Jordan out top. Here's Coward for 3. That one's off the mark. Rebound tipped around, still battled for, still loose. Who's going to come up with it? Mississippi College does. Galen Smith kicks out for 3. Miller, no. Weak side board this time to Christian Jones of Christian Brothers. Deifel, pull-up jumper at the other end. Too hard off the glass. Galen Smith with the rebound, and John Riley didn't like that shot. He sends Keeving at the end of the scores table to check in. Tomich will also check in. Jordan, left wing, out top. Here's Taylor. Miller, right wing. Coward, and just pitch and catch around the perimeter. 5 shot clock. Taylor, 4. Jordan's going to drive. Throws up a runner. No. May have been an air ball. Shot clock. It was a shot clock violation. A little bit of line change here. As Charlie Champagne will check in. Boy, all sorts of 4 new faces into the lineup now for Christian Brothers, as Lorenzo Wright will also check in. So we'll set the lineup here for Christian Brothers. You're going to have Don at the point, Lorenzo Wright at the 2, Charlie Champagne the 3, and he'll have Bramall and Etienne down low. Champagne tries to drive, has it stripped, but Dom picks it up. Back to Champagne for 3 in the right corner. Rims out, no, rebound, battled for. Miller comes away with it for the Choctaws. Here's Jordan for 3 out front, back iron. And nice little rebound there by the shortest guy on the floor, Lorenzo Wright. At the end, all the way to the basket. He scores and is fouled. Nice aggressive take by Etienne. Ties it at 13.
Etienne went strong to the basket there. Nice little jump shot and finished strong.
They got Jacob Taylor with the foul, his first, team 4th. 11:46 to play in the first half. Another media timeout on the floor. We're tied at 13. Etienne will be at the line to attempt a 3-point play when we come back right after this. 11:46 to play in the first half. Christian Brothers and Mississippi College tied up at 13. Anything stand out early here, Ed?
Well, both teams are playing pretty tough defense and getting up in each other's faces. The Christian Brothers is being selective on who they're pressuring because they know they're not a good outside shooting team. But Coach Riley's got to be pleased with Etienne. He always likes an aggressive Etienne when he goes into play. He's just, he said before, if he's aggressive, I like it. If he's not aggressive, good things don't happen with him.
Now Etienne makes the free throw, puts Christian Brothers back in front, 14-13. Taylor, boy, he just does not look comfortable out there on the perimeter with the ball, but Miller, 10-shot clock, wants to drive, kicks back to Taylor. He fires a jumper, no, short. Ball kicked out of bounds, it'll go to Christian Brothers.
Yeah, and Coach Riley is imploring his team to get the rebounds and get those 50-50 loose balls. He is not happy if he doesn't if his team isn't the one to get the loose ball.
Mississippi College on the season averaging about 64 points per game, and here's a turnover at the other end. They tried to go to Champaign on the right wing. Pass was partially deflected, I believe, by maybe Judah Jordan. Couldn't see who it was from Mississippi College, but he deflected it off of Champagne's leg out of bounds. Charlie Champagne, his father Bobby, Director of Basketball Operations, University of Houston. Boy, hope that's oh, wow! Maybe he was inside the arc as Judah Jordan drove down the lane. It looked like Luce was standing there for about a half hour, but maybe he was in the.
He just ran him right over. I mean, that's just there was no acting or falling there. He got hit in the chest and went down. Don't really know what he was doing there.
Jordan at the line to shoot two, makes the first. I'd love to see a replay on that one.
Well, that's a local official that called out. He's supposed to be on our side, isn't he?
That's what, in theory. Second attempt, rims out, no. We're tied at 14. Dom out front, dribbles right wing. Wants to go in. And they get another turnover in the Bucks, as this time it's a travel. So back-to-back turnovers for Christian Brothers. Don Riley will not be happy with that.
Mississippi College is putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers for Christian Brothers.
Miller hands it off to Taylor. Out to Judah Jordan. Jordan gets a ball screen. Looks in, nothing there. Now a three, right wing. Good! That time it was Devin Carter. They've hit 4 threes here in the first half. Right, out front to Etienne. Back out front. 15-shot clock. Dom's in trouble. Comes back out to right. Right. Drives in. Tries to dump to Luce. Ball is loose on the floor. Still a scramble. And now a timeout.
I don't know how they can get a timeout. They didn't see any possession there. The ball was loose the whole time, and they gave him Mississippi College a timeout.
Boy, the last 3 possessions not real strong for Christian Brothers. A couple of turnovers and now a jump ball. Now possession arrow will belong to Christian Brothers. When we come back, it was a 30-second timeout taken by Mississippi College. There was a scramble for the ball. So 10:08 to play in the first half. Christian Brothers trails 17-14, and it's been an interesting first half as Mississippi College, we'll say it again, a team that doesn't necessarily shoot the ball well from behind the arc, but here in the first half, they're 4 of 7 behind the three-point line, 6 of 11 overall. They're shooting nearly 55%.
Yeah, and the last Devin Carter hit the last 3. He's shooting 14% from the three-point line. So Christian Brothers is going to live with that for the time being. If they keep hitting them like they are, you'll see Christian Brothers coming out on them a little bit closer on those shots.
It was actually Choctaw possession. I apologize. Jordan.
Oh, they gave him the timeout.
Oh, that's right. He wanted to jump ball. Yeah, that's right. My fault.
Although they had a quick jump ball right in front of us.
Jordan, shot fake, kicks back out. Miller thought about a 3-10 shot clock. Pull up that. Now kicks it back out to Taylor.
That's 3 seconds.
Taylor's going to try and drive. He kisses it off the glass with the right hand. It's 19-14. Boy. Loose open momentarily underneath. Couldn't get it to him. Here's Jones on the left wing out front to Rusev. They brought the starters back in. Rusev wants to drive, cut off. They want to double him. They do. He tries to throw out of the double team. It's stolen away. Choctaws will back it out and reset. It's been a tough first half for the Bucks. 6 turnovers here in the first half. Taylor drives baseline. Kicks out. Here's a quick 3. Good. That was Carter. He hits back-to-back threes. And now John Riley takes a 30-second timeout as Mississippi College goes up 8, 22-14. Wow.
Well, we started the game. Before the game, we were talking about Mississippi College's post players and how they really gave it to the Bucks in the first game, and now they're winning from the three-point line, which is just surprising to everyone.
Yeah, Galen Smith, who had 32 in the first contest, he's got 2 points. He's 1 of 1 from the floor. The Bucks have done a good job making sure he doesn't get a lot of touches down there, but it's the rest of the Choctaw cast that's doing the damage tonight. As you look up and down, Cowart 1 of 2 behind the arc. Jordan 2 of 3. Carter now 2 of 2. They're 5 of 8 behind the three-point line, and we don't want to keep saying it, but again, coming in, this is a team that 29.6% behind the three-point line on the season, 28% behind the arc in conference play. Not tonight, though, and that's all that matters.
Right.
Jesse Payne goes right wing. Runner right hand off the glass, a tough shot. He's fouled and will go to the line.
I think the Bucks can go to the line more if they drive under control, and then if they get double teamed to get the ball out of their hands quicker and reverse the ball. But if they got that opportunity, I think they can get a lot of three-point plays because of the physical style of Mississippi College's defense.
Payne's free throw, no. Smith with the board. Miller's going to run. Taylor. Well, Mississippi College with the 6-point lead, 8.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Payne trying to pressure Miller out front. They go into Smith. Smith kicks back out. Miller for 3, off the mark. Good box out by Deifel, comes away with the rebound. Quickly the other way, Jones wants to drive. Cut off and now whistle. And it looks like they're going to get Taylor with the hold down low. His second. I believe that's the team's 6th. I haven't updated the board yet, but I think it's their 6th team foul.
CBU be on the bonus the next foul.
Loose out front to Payne. Back to Rusath for 3, left wing. Good! And he's fouled. Big bucket by Aiden Rusath. If you didn't get a chance to see the women's game, saw something you don't see very often. At one stretch, the Lady Bucks had 4 straight possessions that ended in an and one. 4 straight times they scored and went to the line on a foul. This is back-to-back trips now for the Bucks.
The Bucks were watching that game, so maybe they want to match it or maybe get 5 in a row.
Oh, but Rusath misses that free throw, yeah.
He's a good free throw shooter.
Rusath's on the season, 86.5%. Missed that one, though. 22-19, Mississippi College with the lead. Jordan looked in, not there. Now Ross. Here's another 3. No, that's an air ball long. Rebound saved in by Payne.
That's the hardest rebound to get is an air ball on the other side.
Boy, here's Rusath. I'll tell you what, he's fearless. He was going to the basket, and we've seen him all season long and through his career at Christian Brothers. He will take it hard to the rim, and he's fouled there. He'll shoot 2. 7:39 to play in the first half. We've got a media timeout on the floor. Christian Brothers trails by 3. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. .7:39 to play in the first half. Christian Brothers trailing Mississippi College 22-19. And here in the last little stretch, much more aggressive basketball by Christian Brothers. Roussats hits a three, but you've seen Payne drive to the basket. Roussats drives hard to the hole.
Yeah, well, he put the starters back in because the second team was having a little trouble with the pressure. But you were talking about Aiden Roussats being aggressive and fearless. He has such good body control when he goes in. He has good body control. He has good. He right there. He uses his left shoulder and turned it to draw the foul. But if you've watched him during his career, he's very quick and he's very athletic. But he has good body control and he's a tough guard. He's hard to guard.
Roussats will shoot two. First free throw up, good. He's now 1 of 2 at the line in the contest. He's got 4 points. Brings Christian Brothers back within 2. Second attempt on its way. Got them both. 1 point gain.
Yeah, and this is the way Christian Brothers have been playing all year long. They get down a little, they come up. Then they get up a little bit, the team comes back. It's always very tough contested games.
Jordan. They look in at Miller. They've got him doubled. Or check it, Smith. Apologize. Now they go down to Smith along the baseline. He'll take a jumper. No. Weak side board. Roussats. Here comes Payne. And he'll take your chance with Smith. You just can't let him have it around the rim like he did at Mississippi College. You'll take your chances a little more with those little mid-range jumpers.
And the Bucks are sloughing on him. They've got a lot of help there. They're making sure that he's not going to be the one to beat him.
Christian Jones out top. Tries to kick out to Payne. Pass stolen away by Jordan. Jordan goes to Ross. Underneath, stuck. Kicks back out. Miller's going to look to drive. His pass tipped out of bounds. So Mississippi College had the 2-on-1 break. Couldn't convert. Still have possession with 6:56 to play in the first half.
Ross caught himself too far underneath the rim.
Miller gets a ball screen, comes left side to Jordan. Jordan cut off by Jorns. Coach Bolden not happy with something. Ross, skip pass. 2-shot clock. They got to fire one up. No. Rebound, Deifel. Good defensive possession by the Bucks. Payne. Hands off out top. Deifel. Backdoor pass. DeRoussat tries to feed loose, and he can't handle it out of bounds.
That's a tough pass, a straight line pass from one box to the other. Coach is telling him he should have thrown a bounce pass.
22-21, Mississippi College with the 1 point lead. Just over 6 to play in the first half. At the half, we'll talk with Jesse Carmack, the women's head coach, after their 22-point win. Boy, they gang rush Galen Smith, knock it away. Now a turnover. Deifel comes away with it. Has Jones out in front. Lob. He'll lay it in. Good.
That was a nice play. No, not one Buck quit on that play, and they got the loose ball. That's what Coach Rowley was talking about at his timeout. We want those 50-50 loose balls. We want to get them all.
Well, you saw 3 bodies around Galen Smith when they tried to throw it in there, and it got knocked away. Bucks back up 1. Here's a 3. No. Rebound. Galen Smith back up and in. Got position. 24-23. Mississippi College back up 1. Jones at the other end. He's fouled and will shoot 2.
Jones was aggressive at the basket, and I've said it a few times, but I think if the Bucks just go to the basket, Mississippi College plays very physical defense, and they're going to call them for those bumps when you're going to the basket.
So that's going to be the first on Galen Smith. 9th team foul. Christian Jones at the line. He makes the first. Ties it up at 24.
We got some changes.
So Etienne checks in. He replaces Luce. Luke Godowski ready to check in. Jones' second attempt is good.
He replaced Jones.
Yep. So he'll get Christian Jones. 25-24. Bucks back up 1. Bucks back in action Saturday, right back here at Canale Arena. They'll take on Delta State. Statesmen come to town. 3 o'clock tip. It's senior day. Miller out top. Looks in at Smith. Smith trying to get position. Here's a 3. No. Rebound. Battle for it again. This time tipped into the hands of Jesse Payne. Bucks want to run again. Rusath, right wing, drives, cut off, tries to kick out, and has it stolen away.
That's the second time Rusath's trying to throw a pass over the top of a taller player.
It's tough.
He needs to fake it and go down, throw that long bounce pass.
Jordan looks to drive, steps back. Comes to Miller, deep 3, left side, good. 27-25 puts Mississippi College back up 2. And Jesse Payne will walk it up the floor this time. Mississippi College now 5 of. I'll check it as soon as the stats update. Payne wants to drive into the lane. Kicks in the corner. Godowski for 3, left side. Good! Luke Godowski with the 3. Good to see Godowski knock one down like that.
Well, when Payne can get in the lane, you better be ready because he's gonna. If you're open, he's gonna get you the ball.
28-27. Godowski puts the Bucks back up 1. Just under 4 to go in the first half. Jordan for 3 at the other end. You gotta be kidding me! He knocks it down. Answers right back. Jordan is 3 of 4 behind the arc. 30-28. Choctaws up 2. Deifel gonna drive, kicks out and throws it away. Wanted to find Godowski out on the left side. 3:33 left in the first half. Christian Brothers trailing by 2. Media timeout on the floor. Let's take a timeout and we'll be back. .333 to play in the first half. Christian Brothers trailing 30-28. And Ed, if I told you before the game that Christian Brothers would be shooting 60% from the floor, 60% behind the three-point line, go 7 of 9 at the free throw line, out rebounding Mississippi College 11-9, would you believe they'd be down 2 at this point?
No. But the problem is the turnovers. You know, they have 9 turnovers and that's not what John Riley coaches. You know, he wants, he doesn't want 9 turnovers during a game. He'd like to keep it at 13 or 15 and already got 9. So that's what's hurting them right there.
Well, the other big stat here early, Mississippi College 7 of 15 behind the arc, 46.7%. Here's a lob down low, and they're going to get a foul. Wave the basket off as they got the lob to Galen Smith, but they got the hold on Etienne, his first team second.
Out of that timeout, they put Smith, and they overloaded the one side, so there was no help
to
try to get it. They're trying to get Smith involved.
Inbound to Cowart. Wants to work on Godowski. Fall away jumper. Good. Tough shot.
That's just good shot. Good defense, but a better shot.
Now a 4-point lead for Mississippi College. Their biggest has been 5. Etienne. Back to Deifel. In the left corner, dribbles up in the wing, into the lane, dumps to Etienne. Oh, Etienne tried to dunk it, but came up empty. Here's Galen Smith laying at the other end. He's fouled. They're going to get Godowski on the foul.
Well, you like the aggressive play by Etienne, but if you're going to go up there, you've got to make that. If you don't feel it up there, lay it in and get the score, and then that causes Mississippi College to get a break and maybe get Galen Smith started with something.
34-28. This is the biggest lead for Mississippi College, and Galen Smith at the line to attempt the 3-point play. Smith with 6 in the game, make it 7 now.
And right on cue, Etienne is out of the game, and Daniel Luce is back in. Coach Riley likes the aggressiveness, but if there's no results, he doesn't have that much patience with no results.
Smith now 3 of 4 at the line. Luce out front to Deifel near the timeline. 2:45 to play first half. They bounce it down low to Luce. Luce in traffic, takes up left hand, scores. A lot of traffic down there, but found a way to get it up with his left hand.
Yeah, he took his time, had patience, made a nice spin, nice pivot back. Nice use of the left hand.
35-30 brings Christian Brothers back within 5. Jordan out top, goes right wing. Cowart, fall away jumper, back iron, no, rebound, tipped out, and Miller comes up with it.
That loose ball, Coach Riley just can't accept. He just won't accept the loose ball not going to his team.
Shot clock at 10. Jordan out front. Randy Bolden calls fist. Ball screen. They come left side. Deep three. Miller again. Front iron. No. Deifel with the board. Minute 50 left before the break. Let's see what Deifel does here. Wants to drive left side. Backs his way in. To Godowski out front. 15 shot clock. Loose. Right side, out front to Deifel. 9 shot clock. Deifel's going to drive in there. Tries to dump down low. Tried to wrap it around to Luce. He wasn't ready for it. Turnover. Minute 25 left first half. Mississippi College with a 5-point lead and the ball. Jordan. Miller gets a ball screen. Comes off. Fires back left side. Here's a turnover. Steal by Deifel. Deifel's going to run. Oh, they call an offensive foul. Wow.
Bad call.
Wow. That is awful. They call an offensive foul there.
He was going sideways, and the defender stepped up, and even the defender's kind of giving a little bit of a laugh.
Yeah, I mean, that was awful.
At that, he knows it was a bad call.
Yeah, that was bad call, but nonetheless, the ball goes back to Mississippi College on the turnover and the offensive foul by Deifel. Deifel will go to the bench. Under a minute to play first half. 35-30, Choctaws with the lead. Jordan deep on the right wing. Here comes Miller coming around out front. And another turnover. Well, just a flurry of turnovers back and forth here.
No one is taking advantage.
Yeah. Ugly stretch of basketball here for both teams. 39 seconds left in the half. About a 10-second differential game clock, shot clock. Payne out top. Payne in trouble, needs help, goes to Godowski, who dribbles it back out front, gives to Jones. 12 shot clock, hands it back to Payne with 10. Something needs to happen now. Payne trapped on the right side, wants to drive, cut off. 3 seconds. Jones fires a 3, front iron, no. 10 seconds, rebound Mississippi College. 8 seconds. Miller, Jordan for 3, no, and that'll end the first half of action. and we'll go to the locker room. Austin Christian Brothers trailing 35-30 at the break. And just kind of an ugly stretch of basketball down the stretch there, Ed, as both teams, a flurry of turnovers, and nobody, as you said, could really take advantage.
Yeah. Mississippi College is playing tough defense, and the Bucks are having a little bit of problem with the pressure out top and turn the ball over. But then they got Mississippi College. Mississippi College, they're not even putting pressure on them. They're backing off a lot of their shooters. Mississippi College just throwing bad passes. And Bucks take advantage of getting that, but neither team there in the last few minutes took advantage of the score. We had a bad call on a charge there, but still ugly basketball for the last 3 or 4 minutes there.
Yep. Well, we're at the break. Christian Brothers trailing Mississippi College 35-30. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, head coach Jesse Carmack of the Christian Brothers Lady Bucks will join me. We'll talk about their win over Mississippi College. We'll take a quick 1-minute break, and we'll be back to Canale Arena right after this. Welcome back to Canale Arena. We're at the half of the men's contest. Christian Brothers trailing Mississippi College 35-30, and joined now by Coach Jesse Carmack of the Christian Brothers Lady Bucks. And first and foremost, Coach, congratulations. Good win for your team tonight.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun tonight.
That was a lot of fun tonight. Yeah, it's one of those you kind of sit back and you say, well, where do we start really with this one? But how about the fact, as a coach, you got to be pretty pleased when 3 of your players end up with double-doubles. 1 is great, 2 is really super. 3, I don't know how often that happens. Not often here, anyway.
3 is pretty special, and I'm not sure it's ever happened here. But that's the potential that this group has, and that's the potential that those 3 players have. They can play at a high level when we play hard, and I'm so proud of our collective effort. Everybody had a play in this, whether they needed to defend their best player or keep the ball out of somebody's hands, rebound. Everybody who got in the game did something that we asked them to do, and those 3. They did a tremendous job today.
Yeah, well, let's start with those 3. Yaya Coleman, 25 points, I think 12 rebounds in the contest. And I think what maybe was most impressive about Yaya Coleman, picks up the 3 fouls in the first half, had a good first half, but then came out and really asserted herself early in the second half.
Yeah, Yaya's a scorer, and Yaya can get downhill on a lot of people. Yaya's very talented, and there's not a lot of post players with Yaya's capabilities here in this conference. And so the one thing that we've really worked on this year is her motor. Because when she plays hard and she plays with a high motor, there's not a lot of people that can defend her. She can score at all 3 levels. She can score at the rim. She can score from a jump shot. She can hit the 3, and she can handle the basketball.
Well, the second player with a double-double, Emily Jones, 24 points, 10 rebounds. And the thing that stood out about Emily Jones, struggled to find the range in the first half, but here she came in the second half. You're not going to necessarily keep her down.
Yeah, Em's just been really consistent for us all year long, and that says a lot about her as a sophomore, and because she draws so much attention. But when Yaya can score like that, when Jeremiah can score like that, Em gets a little bit more open looks. You can't just focus on one player, and that's one thing that we've talked about as a program is we've got to have all 5 people being able to score the basketball. All 5 people need to draw attention, and that helped tremendously with Emily being able to get some open looks tonight.
Well, you mentioned already Jeremiah Montgomery, the 3rd Lady Buck in double-digit points and rebounds. And Coach, again, you look at Montgomery and all that she can do for this team.
Jeremy is a special player, and she's got a really bright future here. She's starting to get a little bit more confidence as we play more games, and we knew that we needed that this year from this group. We're very young, and we just needed to play games. That's how you build confidence. They work so hard in practice, and they need to be able to play against competition, play against older players. Jeremy is another kid that can dribble. She can shoot the three. She can shoot the pull-up, and she's just so long getting to the rim. She didn't have her best layup night, and still finished with a double-double, and that's incredible.
Coach, through the course of the season, the times we've been with you in these broadcasts, you've talked about pushing the pace of the contest, and we could hear you right in front of us several times saying, go, go, go. And it looked as if early you got Mississippi College playing at your pace, and really they couldn't handle that pace.
Yeah, we preach over and over again, run for 4 quarters. Everybody's ready to run with you from the start. And can they sustain that pace and that momentum for 4 quarters? And we've struggled playing at that pace consistently for 4 quarters, and we did it tonight. And I think it showed and it gave us some confidence that when we play at the pace that we want, great things happen. But it also starts on the defensive end. We have to get stops, we got some stops today that we haven't gotten previously.
Coach, you talk about the defensive end of the floor, and your team is obviously scoring points. This is a 3rd straight game. You score 80 plus, you get 88 tonight. But it's on the defensive end where you've given up some points. But as you said, talk about what you saw in the difference of how your team played defensively tonight.
Just the commitment to what we're supposed to do as a team defensively. We kind of got away, and we played a lot of one-on-one defense. And we talked a lot this week about team defense, being able to help each other, getting in the gaps that we need to be in. We were denying everybody, for the past 5 games, and that's not our system, that's not our style. And so just doing your job, controlling what you can do, and then playing hard. Teams are going to make shots. We're never going to hold a team to 0 points, and I pray Jesus that nobody holds us to 0, right? So people are going to make shots, but if you make them contested, if you make them tough, if you make them work for it, they're going to get tired, and then you're able to get a rebound and run.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Good win for the Lady Bucks. Right back in action Saturday as Delta State comes to town.
Yeah, a tough one. Delta's, a rival for here. It's homecoming night. Delta's big. They're physical. They're strong. And they got us at their place by about 15. They've got some really talented post players and guards, and so we've got to be ready to go.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time. Congratulations on the win. That's head coach Jesse Carmack of the Lady Bucks. They were winners tonight, 88-66. We're at the half in the men's contest. Bucks trail Mississippi College 35-30. We'll take another timeout, and we'll be back with second half action right after this. At the half here at Canale Arena, Christian Brothers trailing Mississippi College 35-30. David Luce joined by Ed Murphy here in this one as Christian Brothers trailing at the break by 5. CBU back in action on Saturday as Delta State will be in town. It's homecoming weekend, so they're expecting a good crowd here at Canale Arena, and it's also senior night, so it should be a big night here at Canale Arena as the Bucks here in the home stretch of the regular season at home tonight. They'll be at home on Saturday and then at home next week to round out the home schedule on Wednesday when conference leading Union comes to town. So final 3 home contests of the season coming up. First things first, though, we still got the second 20 minutes to play here in this one. And as Ed Murphy rejoins me now here courtside. And Ed, let's take a look at the first half stats. And, you know, a lot of different things we can break down here, but quite honestly, the ones that John Riley's probably going to look at first and foremost, 12 turnovers in the first half.
Yeah, a lot of those turnovers were because of Mississippi College's pressure way out on the floor. And when CBU was successful, they were taking that pressure and driving to the basket and getting to the free throw line, getting layups, getting kickouts. But if you're going to step back with that pressure and let them keep pressuring you, you're going to turn the ball over because you're backing up. You got to put the pressure on them and go downhill. If they're going to guard you that close, 30 feet from the basket, you got to make them pay for that because they can't. You know, if you just drive, they can't keep up with you. And then when you drive in there and they double team you, you got to make. They haven't been making the right passes. So, Coach Riley, I imagine that Christian Brothers is not going to have that many turnovers in the second half. He's going to take care of that. And the 50-50 balls that he's been talking about, I think they've got most of them, but Coach Riley doesn't like them to lose one.
Well, the other stat...
he wants it to be 100% instead of 50-50.
Well, the other stat that jumps out at you is three-point shooting for Mississippi College. Now, they cooled off after a really hot start, but still Mississippi College 7 of 17, 41% behind the three-point line. And, you know, not to be a broken record, this is a team that has struggled behind the three-point line on the season at only 29%, but especially early, they were knocking them down.
Yeah, and you've got to adjust there like they're going to hit them. You can't back off of them. But the problem there is then you can't let
Galen
Smith get going in the lane. So the Bucks are going to have to play tough defense on the three-point, meet them, but also stop it from going inside. So that's a tough task. You know, pick your poison. If you're going to pick your poison, I'd pick the three-point because, statistically they can't keep up with it.
Yeah, now.
But, do you want to take that chance?
Now, offensively for the Bucks, the Bucks shooting the ball well, Ed, 55.6%. They're 10 of 18, 3 of 6 behind the three-point line at 50%, 7 of 9 at the free throw line. So no real complaints there in terms of what you're doing as far as shooting the basketball, but it goes back to the turnovers. 12 is way too many and a half.
Yeah, there was a time here at Christian Brothers several years back where 12 was a lot for the game for that team. But, of course, they played a sold-down offense, whatever. But still, 12 in the first half, that you don't want 24 turnovers. You don't want that to come over 24 turnovers in a game. That's a lot of opportunities that you're losing.
Yeah, Mississippi College with 7 turnovers in the first half. Leading the way for the Choctaws in the first half was Judah Jordan, 10 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 3 of 5 behind the arc. He's the only player in the game in double digits. Galen Smith was 7, Cowart with 7 from Mississippi College. And then for Christian Brothers, nobody in double digits. Kind of a balanced scoring attack. Christian Jones with 6, Deifel 5, Ruthsap 5. Luce and Payne both with 4, Godowski with 3. So waiting for somebody to kind of step up here offensively, knock some shots down and get going.
Right, and I think the way to do that is for Christian Brothers to be attack the rim. They've got to drive it in or attack the rim and then kick it out to an open three-point shooter. They did that one time with Godowski when he got in there, and then he was open another time, and Deifel just threw a bad pass over there going a little bit too fast. But they'll have the opportunities if they drive in there to kick it out and get wide open threes or to finish at the rim.
Well, obviously, with the Gulf South tournament right around the corner, this is a game of critical importance. Christian Brothers cannot afford to lose this game if you want any realistic chance of making the Gulf South tournament.
Right, and you got 20 more minutes. That's a long time, and we have a little bit of a.
It will be Christian Brothers ball to start the second half. They're back with their original 5, as is Mississippi College. Payne, left wing. Uses the ball screen from Luce. Now
nice.
He dumps down low. Luce off the glass. Boy, that's nice little two-man basketball between Payne and Luce.
They started off with a little horn set with a double high screen, and I think they'll probably stay with that because of all the ball pressure that Mississippi College has been giving them.
Here's Smith, top of the key. Luce will gap him there. Well, they're looking in there. You can see what the focal point is offensively. They really want to work it down to Smith. There he is. They double him. They kick out. 3 shot clock. Miller 3 left side. No, rebound battled for. And we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Mississippi College, and the shot clock will reset to 20. You hear Christian Brothers bench yelling double back screen, and they get a hold on Deifel. Didn't see what happened there, but
it looked like the same. It's just the same tough defense all game long. If they're going to call it this close right away, then Mississippi College might be in trouble down on this end.
So Mississippi College with the ball, 13 shot clock. Miller out front. Gets a ball screen. They double him. And now a mismatch. Smith takes it up on Rootsap and scores. Well, that time they just got caught on a mismatch down there with Galen Smith being guarded by Rootsap. No chance there for Rootsap.
Yeah, and I think Coach Riley needs to change that scheme. You can't have Luce that high hedging, double teaming with Galen rolling to the basket like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of what happened at Mississippi College. Here's Payne, dumps down low to Luce, and he's fouled. Kind of a lob as Payne got in the lane on the right side, tried to lob it over to the left side.
2 shots?
Yeah, they are going to say 2 shots, so Luce will go to the line.
It was close. He was catching it. It was in his hands, and it was.
Boy, Bolden doesn't like that one, and I can see his argument on this.
Yeah, it was close.
Now, Bolden, how is he shooting the ball is the question. Bolden's throwing out at him. And he's talking to the official, and the official nearest to give him that old excuse. Hey, wasn't my call. I was standing out here. So Luce goes to the line. First free throw up and good. Look good on that one. And Luce has struggled at the line on the year.
I could understand Coach's argument there, but
yeah,
it was close. It could have went.
It's one of the. It was a lob.
Yeah,
you know. Second free throw from Luce is good. He knocks them both down. He's got 8 points. And Christian Brothers back within 3, 37-34. Jordan out front to Cowart. Will weave action out front by the Choctaws. Ross way out front. The Grand Canyon between him and Deifel, who's guarding him. Here's a jumper. Good. That time it was Miller knocks down the jumper just inside the top of the key.
And that wasn't bad defense. He was a contested jump shot. Mississippi College is shooting well.
39-34. 17:50 to play in the game. Now Mississippi College goes zone, and they're yelling for Deifel to get into the middle of that zone, kind of at the free throw line area.
Jones does the right. I mean, was that Christian Jones does the right thing there? Against the zone, people don't understand. Against the zone, driving is better than passing the ball around.
Boy, Jones that time ricocheted off of the back of one of the Choctaw defenders on the inbound, went back and got it. Here's Deifel, kicks out, Jones for 3, left wing, no. Rebound tipped out, and it's going to go to Mississippi College. 17:32 to play in the game. Christian Brothers trailing by 5. Here's Miller out front. Jacob Taylor back into the game for the Choctaws. Go to Jordan on the left wing. Christian Brothers, and it's man-to-man defense. Here's a three. Miller got another one. They are up 8, 17-12 to play in the game. And Mississippi College, I'm telling you what, unconscious at times behind the three-point line as they hit another one there. And John Riley takes a full timeout with 17-12 to play. And Ed, wow. This one, not what you would have guessed here in the second half. Mississippi State now 3 of 4 from the floor, 1 of 2 behind the arc. For the game, they're 8 of 19 behind the three-point line.
Yeah, and Miller's one of the better three-point shooters on their team, and they went behind that pick, and that's not what Coach Riley was yelling from his side of the bench, his side of the floor down here. We could hear him, "Don't go behind." But the Bucks did not start out very well in this first 3 minutes, but like we said at the start, it's a long game. They'll make a run here, I expect, after this timeout.
Interestingly, Christian Brothers only has 20 field goal attempts in the game. Conversely, Mississippi College with 31. Now, a lot of it explained by the turnovers by Christian Brothers, but 31-20 just in shot taken. Christian Brothers only taken 20 shots in the game.
Yeah, that's not a lot of, like I said, opportunities. You need more opportunities than that.
When you think about the number of possessions you have in a game and to think at this point you only have 20 shots, that tells you a little something. Full court pressure by the Choctaws. Payne. If nothing else, it's just make Christian Brothers use time. They go to Luce, out front to Payne. Payne drives, dumps to Luce underneath, left hand in. Again, Payne finds Luce underneath. One thing about Jesse Payne, he will find you.
Yeah, once he get in the lane, he got in the lane, and good things happen when Jesse Payne gets to the lane.
Yeah, Jesse Payne, that's his 5th assist in the contest. Luce now with 10 points. They're looking in at Smith. They want the lob, not there, loose ball. And Rusath couldn't get to it. Knocked it away, but couldn't get there. 16:38 to play. Christian Brothers down 6. 10 shot clock. Miller goes left side. Dumps down low to Smith. Catches it underneath. Rims out. Big miss there. Rebound Rusath. Rusath goes to, check it, there's Rusath into Luce. Luce left hand. Can't get that one to go. Battle for the rebound. Galen Smith comes away with it. 42-36. Christian Brothers still down by 6. First miss of the game for Luce. Taylor gapped in the left corner. Miller again for 3. Of course he did. Of course he did. 3 more, and it's 45-36. They're up 9. Biggest lead of the game for Mississippi College. Payne.
Mississippi College has a trap in. They're gone to a trap in zone.
Here's Rusath for 3 at the other end. No. Oh, what a rebound by Dyfel, but can't get the stick back to go. So Mississippi College with a chance to extend this thing to double digits. Wherever Miller is, you might want to stay close to him. Carter out front, Taylor. Miller thought about it. Comes right side, Jordan. Shot fake. Step back. Gives back to Taylor. 3 shot clock. Miller way out front. 2. Has to fire a deep 3. Falling away. No. Rusath with the board. Good defense by CBU. Bucks will run. Rusath thought about a 3. Didn't fire. Now in trouble. And tries to throw out of a trap along the sideline. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Christian Brothers. 14:48 to play in the game. Christian Brothers trails 45-36. Media timeout on the floor. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. 14:48 to play in the game. Christian Brothers trailing 45-36. And boy, Ed, if you had told me about Mississippi College coming into this one not being a good three-point shooting team, and then I watched this game, I'd have thought you were lying.
Yeah, we keep harping on that, but that's why they have a 9-point lead right now. They're shooting 42%, and teams in the Gulf South know each other very well. They know each other's plays. They know what they're going to do. So Christian Brothers is playing defense with that in mind, and it's tough to scout a team and prepare for a team, and then they play better from the three-point line than you expected.
They completely break form, and the tough thing about Mississippi College, you come out on the shooters, and that leaves Galen Smith to contend with down in the low post. As a team, Mississippi College shooting 50%. So is Christian Brothers. I mean, Christian Brothers 50%, but again, here's Christian Jones with a runner in the lane. Little floater, got it. 45-38, 7-point lead for Mississippi College. Christian Brothers looking to see if they can't make a run here.
Once again, he attack the lane, attack the rim, and they're getting what they want.
Christian Jones has 8 in the game. Taylor looks in at Ross. Here's a jumper, no, front iron. Rusath with another board. Rusath out front to Payne. Here's Jones. They go to Deifel. Deifel, right hand, good. 45-40.
But if you're Christian Brothers, you got to keep just playing the way you are and hope that Mississippi College shoots themselves back out of the game.
And here's a timeout taken by Mississippi College. Looks like, I haven't seen whether it looks like it's going to be a 30. 13:48 to play. That bucket by Deifel gives him 7. And the Bucks are back within 5, Ed.
Yeah, and it's because they're attacking the defense, and they're going right to the middle of the lane instead of throwing it around outside and playing it 40 feet from the basket and letting Mississippi College double team them, get them in trouble. They're attacking the middle of the floor right away.
Now Christian Brothers now at 54% shooting for the game, 14 of 26, 3 of 8 behind the arc, 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Defensively, they just need to keep doing what they're doing, and I mean they're making them take shots, 15, 30-foot shots. They hadn't got it inside to the big guy, and right as I say that, they get in the rim.
Oh yeah, but he misses, and rebound picked up by Luce.
So opportunity for Christian Brothers to cut into that lead one more time.
Deifel. I'll back out front to Payne to Deifel, free throw line.
Nice little fake.
Oh, can't get it to go.
Too fancy. You just go strong up with that. If you get blocked, you get blocked. You just need to go strong with that instead of.
Here's a stat for you. Christian Brothers, knock on wood, because I don't want to jinx us. No turnovers here in the second half so far.
I noticed that before. I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, you're probably smarter than me. Miller out top, looks in at Taylor.
Another three.
There. Jordan for 3, good.
And that's Mississippi College been killing them with that.
48-40, back to an 8-point lead for the Choctaws. Christian Jones drives. Oh, they call him for a double dribble. I couldn't see it on the far side of the floor to see what happened, but they called a double dribble on Christian Jones. And just as I say it, of course, a turnover. I jinxed us. 13 in the game now for Christian Brothers. Jordan, right wing, hands out front to Miller. Miller drives, dumps, Galen Smith with the dunk. And John Riley takes another timeout.
I think that's his last time out of the game.
Christian Brothers now trails 50-40. And you had a nice little run to cut it to 5. You miss one underneath, the turnover, a dunk by a 3, a dunk by Galen Smith, and just like that run to cut it to 5, and now Mississippi College back up 10, and you're in a dangerous area right now.
Yeah, 12 minutes left to go, game 10-point lead, and you really haven't made a run. You really haven't stopped Mississippi College from doing what they want. You're kind of staying even back and forth, but with 12 minutes left, you got to come out of this timeout and make a run. You don't want to get down to 7 minutes or 6 minutes and be down by that much. You want it to be a lot closer. You got to get this down in the next 3-4 minutes. You got to get it down below 5 again.
Mississippi College now 19 of 38 from the floor, 50%. More impressively, though, 10 of 22 behind the three-point line, 45.5%. Only 2 of 3 at the free throw line. Christian Brothers still shooting the ball well at 52%, 14 of 27, 3 of 8 behind the arc. They haven't gotten back to the free throw line here in the second half. They haven't been at the. I think Luce went once here in the second half, but that's it. Second half shooting, though, Mississippi College 6 of 11 overall, 3 of 5 behind the arc. Full court pressure by the Choctaws. Payne directing traffic, gets it to Ruth Sath across the timeline. Jones, Mississippi College staying in the 2-3. Luce running the baseline. Or is it a 1-3? Luce, left-hander, good. He's got 12. They found him underneath. I think if they'll be patient against this, they can get what they want.
Yeah, Luce is moving back and forth and making good passing lanes. If they're patient and drive in there and dump him the ball, he can finish.
Here's a lob down low to Taylor, tipped away.
Here's another pick and roll.
Here's a 3 out top. No, that one's off, but another offensive rebound. Jordan this time. Boy, that is going to infuriate John Riley. Miller, 8 on the shot clock. Gives to Galen Smith underneath, right-hander. Little flip shot in. And another timeout by Mississippi College.
Yeah, and the high pick and roll and Galen Smith rolling, I think the Bucks just need to change their defensive scheme. They're rolling too fast, and you can't cover them with Aiden, 5'11" Aiden Ruthsack coming over to help, or even Deifel coming over to help. Luce is a bigger body. He's been able to keep him away from the front of the rim when he's guarding them. But when he's out front double teaming that pick,
he's getting caught behind. Yeah.
He's getting caught behind, and they're kicking it quickly. You can't rely on getting deflections every single time.
11:21 to play in the game. Christian Brothers back down 10, 52-42. Getting stops has been a challenge here in the second half for Christian Brothers. And we keep talking about the shooting numbers. Second half now, Mississippi College 7 of 13, 54%. And we said this is a tough team. When they shoot the ball like this, they're going to be extremely hard to guard because you got to come out and get the shooters, and then that leaves Galen Smith. He's 6 of 8 in this game. He is now 20 of 22, or 20-24 in the last 2 games.
Right, and the last few minutes, 2 offensive rebounds by Mississippi College has hurt the Bucks too.
Excuse me, he's 18 of 22 in the 2 games.
2 games.
Yeah. Not a bad percentage.
And now Mississippi College has confidence here in the last 10 minutes that they've, like you said, they've lost a string of games, but they have confidence now. They think they can beat CBU. CBU's got to do something about it right now.
They stay in the zone. Rusath, pull-up jumper, good. They kind of backed off, and he went towards the rim, pulls up, knocks it down. Rusath with 7, 52-44. Christian Brothers within 8. Now you got to string some stops together.
Right. And if your coach Riley hadn't really gone to your bench yet in the second half, you got to wonder if fatigue.
Oh, here's a deflection out of bounds. That was off the foot of Deifel.
If fatigue's going to come in play at the end of this game, because you got your starters out there been playing for a long time, and now they've got to make a run. He's going to need some help. Somebody's got to come off the bench and help.
Smith checks back in. Galen Smith, the junior. He's out of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Transferred in from Louisiana College. They come into Smith. He hands it right back. Here's 3. Miller in the corner. No. Rusath, weak side board. Lost it, but Deifel picks up the loose ball. Payne drives. Didn't really have anything there. Gives to Deifel. Deifel cut off. Kicks out. Rusath for 3. Top of the key. No. Deifel offensive board. Back to Rusath again. Payne will try it again. Here's Ruth again. Rattles out. Rebound battle for, and no, they're going to give it to Mississippi College and say it went off loose.
Luce had it in his hand and got it knocked out of his hands, and they still gave it to Mississippi College.
Hey, good job. Nice on
10-16.
Coach Riley's encouraging his team. They had a good possession there. Just didn't come our way with 2 points.
Jordan looks over at Coach Bolden, gets the play, gives to Miller. Well, here we go. Can Mississippi College continue the hot shooting? Can Christian Brothers get some stops? Here's a jumper. No. Over the back. We'll go the other way. They're going to get Galen Smith over the back of Luce.
Once again, Luce had good position. He's keeping his body on him. And as long as he doesn't go away when they pick and roll, I think they can hold him in check.
Under 10 to go. Payne. So Mississippi College now in a 1-3-1. They drop back. It's 2-3. They're just dropping the defender way back. Here's a down low to Luce. Payne, it gets stolen away. Payne tried to go to Luce, but Galen Smith able to step in and grab it.
Yeah, that's another one of those passes. You don't want to feed the low post from the top of the key. Usually that pass doesn't make it.
Another empty possession for the Bucks. Jumper, Cowart, no. Payne with the board on the weak side.
I'd like to see the Bucks up tempo here and attack the basket.
Rusath for three, right corner, no. Misses another. Luce with the offensive board. Boy, they're all over him, and he has it stripped away. Boy. Well, the Bucks have had some opportunities here to narrow this gap, but just can't seem to get a bucket. Here's a lob down low to Smith, all by himself, scores. Nobody on the backside. No help.
They overloaded, and since they've been shooting.
54-44. Riley wants a timeout.
Why can't the coach call timeout?
Boy, no idea what's going to happen here in this one. You don't know from a whistle standpoint. John Riley upset right in front of us, yelling at the official about wanting a timeout.
Can the coach, they changed the rules. Can the coach isn't allowed to call timeout from the bench?
They used to be. I don't know.
The referee looked at, said it has to be the player.
Yeah, he said Jesse Payne had to call it. That may have changed. 8:39 to play in the game. Christian Brothers trailing by 10 again, 54-44, and it's, well, they've got a tough task in front of them now, but still plenty of time in this game, down 10. As it looks like Ed Murphy going to ask about the timeout situation. We'll find out here about that call if Coach. 8:39 to play. Christian Brothers trails by 10. See what. Ed.
Well, I asked the referee, and the coach cannot call timeout. It has to be one of the players on the floor that calls timeout. But in the last 2 minutes of the game, the coach can call a timeout. But Coach Riley probably won't have any timeouts left when it gets to 2 minutes.
Here's Godowski. Dumps down low. Loose. Right hand. Oh, nice look by Godowski right there. Found Loose underneath. And they're getting it into the middle of that zone. And look what happens.
Now, they just need to get a stop down here.
Jordan. Here's Smith out top. They'll gap him there. Jordan. Jacob Taylor, 10 on the shot clock. Looks in at Smith. Wants to drive into the lane. Takes up left hand. Got it. Took it up on Etienne and scored. 56-46. Godowski out front to Payne. Around left side to Jones. To Luce along the baseline. Back out front to Payne or Godowski again. Godowski in trouble. Needs help. Skips it to Jones. 13 shot clock. Oh, what a move. Oh, jump shot short. Ball on the floor. Scramble for. Jump ball called. Possession area belonged to Christian Brothers. Media timeout on the floor first. 7:32 to play in the game. Christian Brothers trails 56-46, and we'll have possession of the ball when we come back right after this. .7:32 to play in the game. Christian Brothers trails Mississippi College 56-46. David Luce and Ed Murphy with you here. This is game 2 of the doubleheader tonight. The Ladybucks won game 1 impressively, 88-66. But now the men with some work to do here down the stretch, Ed.
Yeah, this is a grind game. That there's not very many fouls here in the second half. And, both teams really shooting pretty well. It's just kind of a grinded out half, and unfortunately, Christian Brothers can't make a dent in this lead of Mississippi College's. I think they're playing defense the way Coach Riley wants to, and Mississippi College players that normally probably don't score are beating the Bucks.
Now the Bucks here in the second half 0 of 5 behind the three-point line. That hadn't helped the cause. They trap Payne along the sideline. Loose ball. Battle for it. Another jump ball. And this time it's going to go to Mississippi College as they're trapping along the sidelines in the zone. So Luce checks out as Deifel checks back in for him. And I think Godowski's checked back in. Or maybe Aiden Rootset just checked back in for Jesse Payne. And now the challenge is guarding Smith. They've got Deifel on Smith. Here is Smith. Drives. Cut off by Deifel. Good job there. Back out front. 8 shot clock. Here's a 3. Left side. Cowart. No. Jones with the board for CBU. Rootsath wants to drive all the way to the basket. Takes up left hand. Can't get it. Etienne back up and in, and he's fouled. Good job by Etienne on the offensive glass. And he's going to go to the line. They get the foul on Galen Smith, his 3rd. Team 4th. Etienne free throw up. Good. 3-point play for Etienne.
So that's good hustle play by Etienne being there, not just assuming that Rootsath can make a layup.
He's got 6. All 6 of his points have come on 3-point plays, the old-fashioned style. Miller pulls up a jumper. May have been tipped. Ball tipped around and back out to Miller. Never hit the shot clock, so shot clock at 10. Jordan, jumper, free throw line, back iron, no. Galen Smith with the rebound, no. 6:15 left. Bucks trail by 7. Plenty of time, but got to get some stops. Miller, Jordan, drives. Shot clock down to 3. Loose ball. Deifel comes away with it. So here's a chance for the Bucks to trim into this lead a little bit more. Jones out front. Godowski hands to Aiden Rootsath out front. Here comes the double. Rootsath looks to drive, dumps down low, pass stolen away, tried to feed Etienne.
Etienne stood on the baseline. If he would have took 2 steps forward at the ball, he could have caught the ball and curled inside to the layup over the top of the ring.
Out front, Jordan again works around. Taylor drives. That's got to be offensive. It is. Yeah, good job by Etienne. Again, and Ed, we've seen this multiple times in this contest where the Bucks with opportunities to chip away, but just can't seem to string buckets there. Now you've gotten several stops in a row, but can you put buckets together now? So Rusath running the point here with Payne
They're
on the
double
bench.
teaming Jones every time he gets the ball. He needs to get rid of it quicker.
Etienne out front to Deifel.
This double teaming is giving the Bucks a hard time. I think they just need to drive to the hoop instead of quit trying to throw the ball around. If you throw out of a double team, whoever catches that has got to go to the front of the rim. You know, passing around the perimeter is not beating this double teaming. Of course, it's easier for me to say than
Sure.
the Bucks to do it.
12 shot clock, 10 shot clock. Jones out front near the timeline. 8. Goes to Godowski, gets a ball screen. To Rusath for 3, right corner. No. Rebound, bounces around, loose. And Etienne can't track it down as he goes through the bench, takes 3 or 4 chairs with him. Possession will go to Mississippi College. Now the score just seems stuck at 56-49.
Yeah, and the Bucks, there's a lot of loose balls that they're almost getting to. They just can't get to them. Mississippi College has come up with a lot of the deflections, a lot of the loose balls.
Jordan comes to Miller, right side drives, takes up, he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2. .436 left, and Miller will be going to the line, and now you start to look to see what is Mississippi College doing at the free throw line on the season. Well, here's first free throw from Miller on its way. That's back iron hard. Miller only a 50% free throw shooter on the season. Coming in 15 of 30, now 15 of 31. So Miller getting ready for his second.
Well, you could look at those stats all you want, but they don't seem to be holding true.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Good point. 57-49.
You still got to play the percentages if you start having to foul, though.
Yeah, he holds true to form there at 50%. Here's a skip pass left side.
All the way
Jones takes up right hand, can't get it to go. Rebound battle for, it'll stay with Christian Brothers.
Jones made a nice little play, but it got blocked by
Payne's checking back in. He'll get Godowski. Jones to inbound, comes out top to Payne. 20 shot clock as it reset on the shot. They give to Deifel. Middle lane to Rusath. Pull up jumper, some contact, no call. Deifel tries to tip it in on the weak side, can't get it to go. So again, Christian Brothers cannot chip away at the lead. Miller out top. Now they're content to just try and use some clock. Under 4 to play, 13 shot clock. Miller out front. Here's a 3. Jordan, good. 60-49. That puts Mississippi College up 11.
And Mississippi College is just playing with confidence now from shooting.
Now here's a steal. Just a bad pass from Payne and a foul at the other end as Cowart goes to the basket. They'll get the foul on Payne.
That's probably a good foul on Payne. You know, he fouled them hard, didn't let them get a bucket, make them earn it from the
Media timeout. 3:33 to play in the contest. Christian Brothers trailing 60-49. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. 3:33 left. Christian Brothers now, the holes expanded a little bit, Ed, as they trail 60-49. And Mississippi College will be at the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Christian Brothers have just got it. Cowarth is a 40% free throw shooter.
Only 2 of 5 on the season.
Yeah, hadn't really shot. Miles is a 50% three-point shooter. Jordan's at 74, but the 2 big men are at.
So the first one off the mark. The big story has just been the three-point shooting, really, for Mississippi College. Second one good, so he's 1 out of 2. That puts it to a 12-point lead.
Well, now you got to be a little bit more quick on the shots. You probably need to try to get some threes. I mean, Roos is not hitting shots, but you've got to get some quick shots here. You got to score.
Deifel for 3. He's fouled and he'll shoot 3.
There you go. You go to the free throw line. And
that'll help your cause. Well, they get the foul on Cowart. And that's his 5th, so he'll have a seat. He finishes with 8 points in the contest. Mississippi College, speaking of that, 3 players in double digits. Jordan with 16, Galen Smith with 15, and Miller with 12. Deifel's going to shoot 3, and he misses the first. And now you need everything you can get. Deifel with 2 more here. Deifel on the season, an 80% free throw shooter coming in. Second attempt, that one goes. Makes it 61-50, brings Christian Brothers back within 11. Can make it 10 here. Deifel misses. Rebound.
Right here, you're wondering if they should start fouling early. I don't think Coach Riley probably has that mentality. But there's 3 players on
start fouling
floor
selectively, yeah,
that are 50% or less from the free point line. From the free throw line.
Miller's one guy you'd want to go after, possibly.
Miller, you don't want to.
Well, now it's down to 8, so don't foul now. Taylor
Travel.
underneath, and
He took a hop and travel and they didn't call it.
now they get the foul on loose. Taylor will go to the line to shoot 2. John Riley didn't like the call. Crowd didn't like the call, but
Taylor's a 50%. He's only shot in six for the season, but he's 50%.
Ross will get ready to check back in here. Free throw up, good. Looked perfect on that one. 62-50, back to a 12-point lead for Mississippi College.
I don't even know why we're looking at the stat sheet.
Yeah,
at
it's
this
stat
point.
sheet means nothing in this contest.
Or the
Second attempt. He's perfect on both of them. 13-point lead for the Choctaws. 2:48 to play.
The Bucks have to have a little more urgency at the basket here. They're just throwing it around the perimeter.
Deifel for 3. Good. Needed that. 63-53. 10-point
You got to put
game.
some pressure on them now.
Yeah, and you've only got 14 fouls, so even if you start, you got to foul several times to even get them to the line.
Right. Well, that doesn't seem to be Coach Riley's strategy here.
Boy, they're putting pressure. Shot clock down to 9, and now a foul.
See, that's 2 possessions in a row where they played hard defense and then they fouled with less than 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to foul,
you might as well just start fouling.
if you're going to foul, you would have fouled Miller, the 50% free throw shooter.
Right. I mean, I don't want to be a broken record. Here they bring in
Carter.
Devin Carter, who's a 76% free throw shooter.
Now, granted, that was only the 5th team foul, so you still got a ways to go here. Shot clock at 14. Miller fires across. Jordan drives. Whistle and a foul, offensive foul. They'll call the charge on Jordan. They'll wave off the basket. 2:01 left. Christian Brothers trailing by 10. And like you said, got to be in a little bit of a hurry here, get things going. Under 2 to go. Jones, the pitch and catch out front.
Yeah,
with
there
Payne.
you go. You got to be more aggressive at the basket.
And here's a turnover as Jones wanted to go to Deifel on the left side, and Deifel had started to move up on the wing, and the pass was behind him and deflected out of bounds by Deifel. It has been a tough night offensively for the Bucks. That's now their 17th turnover. Oh, boy, Taylor may have walked there as he caught the inbounds pass. Looked like he took an extra step in there, but no call. Minute 40 left. .13 shot clock. And now a foul. .11 on the shot clock. And John Riley arguing with the official about the call. That is the 6th team foul on Christian Brothers. So the next foul will put Mississippi College in the bonus. Coach
I
Bolden.
don't think you should be waiting here. I think you should just foul him.
Yeah.
Pick the players. Assistant.
Well, right
coach
now,
should be
go
telling them
after Miller right now.
Right. Assistant coach should already know who they're doing, but they're not going to do it. Different strategy, see if it works out.
Miller to Jordan around with Carter. Carter fires one up with 1 on the shot clock. No, Deifel with the rebound, and he's fouled.
And he is going to the free throw line.
And
well, as my friend Paul Volkley would say, that's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's
Well,
see if it works out.
Coach Bolden extremely upset on that call because he was screaming before that they're letting Christian Brothers kill the Choctaws defensively, and a call like that did not make Bolden happy. So Deifel back to the line. Deifel with 11 in the game. Free throw, no. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Jordan.
And there's just nothing going right for the Bucks.
No, one of those games. Now a foul on Jesse Payne, and it'll be Jordan going to the line. And Jordan's one of those guys you didn't necessarily want him to foul. Not a great free throw shooter, but one of their better ones at 74%. So pretty solid. And now Deifel comes out.
Hey, box out of here.
Jordan's free throw up. No, back iron. Loose with the board. All right. Here we go. Payne comes to
You need
Jones.
to go to the three-point line now.
Payne.
Somebody needs it. It's just taking too long.
Roussath for 3.
You don't have
no.
timeouts to stop the clock.
Etienne with the rebound. Back to Payne. Payne fires a 3. Rims out. No. Rebound battle for, and Choctaws pull away. 42 seconds left. Jordan across the timeline and has it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Mississippi College. And Mississippi College is going to take their last timeout with 35.9 seconds to play and a 10-point lead. So this one pretty academic, and it's going to be a disappointing loss for Christian Brothers because this is one you kind of looked at and you said after the loss at Mississippi College, you know, this is one you wanted to get back. Obviously, with where we are in the season, this is a game you desperately needed, and unfortunately didn't go the way you wanted.
Yeah, and we were talking before the game that, you know, well, the first game, Aiden Roussath came up big with 33, but there's not that consistent guy that comes up big. Once again, we're looking at the stats for the Bucks. Daniel Luce is your leading scorer again at 14. Not saying anything bad about Daniel. He's 6 for 7 when he gets the ball, but if you want him to be your leading scorer, he's got to take more than 7 shots, or someone else has got to make some plays here. You know, I'm not talking bad about any of them, but in order to win, you got to have somebody coming up with some plays, with some shots, like Mississippi College has with some of their players.
Here's Taylor underneath all by himself. 65-53, 12-point lead for the Choctaws. Etienne, and it's a turnover.
Well, they're just one shy of 20 turnovers for the game, and like you said before, that, you know, not very many opportunities. I don't know how many shots they ended up with, but
well, Mississippi College will dribble it out, and that's going to do it from Canale Arena tonight as Christian Brothers falls 65-53. Just a tough night all around for Christian Brothers. Defensively, Mississippi College, well, doesn't play to form as they go 11 of 26 from behind the three-point line for 42%. And interestingly, Mississippi College looks not to shake hands after the game. They go straight to their locker room. But anyway, second half, Mississippi College, 11 of 24 from the floor, 4 of 9 behind the arc. Overall, as I said, they shoot 42% behind the three-point line, Ed, 47% overall. And conversely, Christian Brothers kind of second half struggles from the floor, especially behind the three-point line.
yeah, well, a lot of those were in the last 3 or 4 minutes where they were a little bit under duress, and we look at Aiden Rusat, who is you're one of your better three-point shooters, and he's 1 for 7 from the three-point line. And the Bucks just struggled. The Mississippi College's defense and pressure. The first half they played man-to-man pressure. They went out all the way out on the floor, put pressure. The second half they changed their pressure to a trapping jump and trap all over it, and Christian Brothers just handled it okay, but they could have done a better job with it. And 19 turnovers to 10 turnovers, and that's part of the difference in the game right there. A tough fought game like Christian Brothers plays, you can't give up opportunities.
Well, Christian Brothers falls in this one to Mississippi College, 65-53. Bucks back at home on Saturday against Delta State. 3 o'clock tip-off for the men, 1 o'clock for the women. Ed, you and I think we'll be back together Wednesday when Union comes to town, so that'll be the next time we'll be on the broadcast. But Christian Brothers falls tonight. They drop to 8-14 overall, 5-11 in the conference. Mississippi College goes to 5-15 overall, 3-11 in the Gulf South. Well, Ed, enjoyed it?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, see you on Wednesday.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. And for the final time here from Canale Arena, Christian Brothers falls 65-53. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.